Back in the 1970s, where there was only 17 or 18 teams in the NHL, most kids knew all the players by heart because of hockey cards, the hockey news, and different publications. But in 2024, there was a select few of players that all the young kids would know, and the young adults and the older fans and the seniors, saying, this is a great player. I wish Montreal or Toronto or Boston or Chicago had him. Unfortunately, one of them has died tragically today, Johnny Gaudreau. According to CBC Sports, NHL player Johnny Gaudreau and his brother have died after being struck by a suspected drunk driver. The star forward was 31 and is survived by his wife and two children. Now, Stefan Wino of the Associated Press noted that Gaudreau and his younger brother were killed late Thursday night when they were hit again by a DUI driver while riding bicycles in their home state of New Jersey, police said Friday. Gaudreau, 31, and his brother Matthew are Carneys Point, New Jersey natives and were scheduled to be groomsmen at their sister Katie's wedding that was scheduled for Friday in Philly. New Jersey State Police said that Gaudreau brothers were cycling on a road where a man driving an SUV in the same direction attempted to pass two other vehicles and struck them from behind. They were pronounced dead in the scene. Police said the driver, 43-year-old Sean M. Higgins, was suspected of being under the influence of alcohol and charged with 2 counts of death by auto, along with reckless driving, possession of an open container, and consuming alcohol in a motor vehicle. He was eventually jailed at the Salem County Correctional Facility. According to a criminal complaint obtained by AP, Higgins told the responding officers he had 5 or 6 beer prior to the accident and admitted to consuming alcohol while driving. He failed the field sobriety tests. His blood alcohol level was not immediately available. Now, Johnny Gaudreau, again, he leaves behind 2 young children, his wife Meredith. Now, the NHL released a statement from Commissioner Gary Bettman about Gaudreau's passing, saying that he was more than just a dazzling hockey player. He was a doting father and beloved husband, son, and brother and teammate who endeared himself to every person fortunate enough to have crossed his path. Now, I had a great joy to cover Gaudreau's career, and we all always call him by his name, Johnny Hockey. He had played 11 pro seasons in the league and was going in his third with the Columbus Blue Jackets. He played his first 9 with the Flames, tenure in Calgary that included becoming the sport's top players and a fan favorite across North America. A very, very good two-way player, kind of in the Steve Shutt mold, where if he got the puck, it was going to go in the net, like if he gave it open space. Again, for many years, he was the face of the Flames, scoring 210 goals and adding 399 assists and 602 regular season contests. Gaudreau left the Flames in free agency after the 22 season, citing desire to be closer to home, and signed a big deal, 7-year contract worth $68.25 million, which is a little bit close towards $10 million, with Columbus. Now, the completely gutted, the world just lost one of the best. Flames forward Blake Coleman posted on social media site X, RIP Johnny. USA Hockey said, words cannot appropriately express the sorrow the hockey community is feeling. In a 2022 article in the Players Tribune, Gaudreau called leaving Calgary the toughest decision I ever had to make. Now, I still thought about going back and trying to work on a 7-year deal to stay, he wrote. It was all on the table for the entire process. Maybe that seems messy, but life is messy, you know. Gaudreau wasn't the biggest player on the ice. At 5'9", 180, was part of a generation of hockey players who thrived in an era of speed and skill that made undersized less of a disadvantage. He scored 20-plus goals 6 times and was a 115-point player in 22 as a first-time NHL All-Star when he had a career-best 40 goals and 75 assists. Now, when Calgary was a Stanley Cup contender for most of his years, Gaudreau was the catalyst. He was the straw that stirred the drink. Now, the Flames said in a statement, "It's with great sadness we mourn the tragic deaths of our friend Johnny Gaudreau and his brother Matthew. Our hearts are broken by this devastating loss. Johnny was and always will be a member of the Flames family and loved by all in Calgary." Now, I first started covering Gaudreau in the U.S. program, but he came to major prominence. And the Flames took a slight risk on him by taking him in the 4th round in 2011. He eventually helped Boston College win the NCAA championships in 2012, and in 2014 he took home the ultimate prize in the States for an amateur's the Hobie Baker Award as a top college player in the country. Longtime executive Brian Burke, who had Gaudreau in Calgary and with the U.S. national team, said it could not be overstated just what a joy it was to have him around. There are few players in hockey history who match his passion and love for the game of hockey, Burke said. His talent on the ice was enhanced, not diminished by the fact he was having fun out there. As a professional, Gaudreau finished as part of the NHL All-Rookie team his first season and was third in voting for the Calder as Rookie of the Year in 2014-15. Now, in a statement from the Blue Jackets, he said they are shocked and devastated by this unmanageable tragedy. Johnny was not only a great hockey player, but was more significantly a loving husband, father, son, brother, and friend. We extend our heartfelt sympathies to his wife Meredith, his children Noah and Johnny, his parents, their family, and friends on the sudden loss of Johnny and Matthew. Johnny played the game with great joy, which was felt by everyone that saw him on the ice. He brought a general love for hockey with him everywhere he played, from Boston College to the Calgary Flames, to Team USA, to the Blue Jackets. He thrilled fans in a way only Johnny hockey could. The impact he had on our organization and our sport was profound, but pales in comparison to an indelible impression he made on everyone who knew him. Johnny embraced our community when he arrived 2 years ago, and Columbus welcomed him with open arms. We will miss him terribly and will do everything that we can to support his family and each other during this tragedy. NHLPA Executive Director Marty Walsh said, the NHLPA joins the hockey community in mourning the tragic loss of Johnny and his brother Matthew. He was a beloved teammate and friend of both Calgary and Columbus, and it was a joy to watch during his 10 years and 763 games in the NHL. He enjoyed a decorated college career at Boston College, where he played together with his brother Matthew, who also went on to play pro with the AHL and ECHL. The players and staff of the NHLPA are devastated by these terrible losses. Again, the extended condolences to the extended Gaudreau family. Now, according to Jerry York, who coached the Gaudreau brothers at Boston College, he said in a phone interview with AP, just devastating news for all of us connected with the Gaudreau family. Both Maddie and Johnny were typically admired by all of us, wonderful young guys, and he impresses a lot of us on the ice. Now, of course, he was a point-a-game player in his career. Now, he holds the men world title records by a U.S. player with 30 assists and 43 points, earlier this year breaking marks previously held by Patrick Kane. Gaudreau's death is the latest off-ice tragedy to strike the organization in the past 5 years. Goaltender Mattias Kevin Links died July 2021 when he was struck in the chest by a firework while attending the wedding of then Blue Jackets goalie coach Manny Legacy's daughter in Michigan. Now, you know, Michel Briere, the Detroit Tigers tragedy, Tim Horton, there's been a lot of key players through the years that have died in accidents, Petty Lindbergh and stuff like that. Death by misadventure or whatever. But Johnny Hockey, we will not listen to the song by Top Cochran, Big League, which talks about the death of an up-and-coming player. And obviously Johnny Hockey had a terrific career. But I think most rinks will play that song with a tinge of sadness from now on because, you cover somebody as a media member and you're always saying to yourself, that guy deserves to be on the Stanley Cup. He never got there, but I think in Columbus or whatever team he would follow up, it was close. Johnny Hockey was just that. He was a talented guy. He was a hardworking guy, a family man. And to all the Johnny Hockey fans out there, you have my condolences. In my 41 years as a sports editor, I've covered a lot of NHL tragedies, but this is going to hurt a lot of people. And I was walking in my Sobeys in Woodstock, New Brunswick, and one of my college pals from 40 years ago at NBCC Woodstock, Herb Ward, told me, and I couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe it either. He said, "What do you think?" Well, I said, "I'm going to do a podcast and tribute him." So to all the fans, all the Calgary fans, Boston College, Columbus, everybody that followed his career, we feel your loss. In heaven, it's a place where the rink is cold and the breakaway is 4 miles, and every hockey player gets their wings to go to heaven. I think Johnny Gaudreau, I think God wanted somebody to play the point, or to play with Beliveau, or play with Maurice Richard, or Sillaps. What a life in hockey. He was going to head to the Hockey Hall of Fame. There was something going to break open, because with Calgary, he had a good team around him, but it never happened. So the loss of Johnny and Matthew, of course, a big loss for the hockey community. Please pray for them tonight. Please pray for the family. And if you want to make tribute to Johnny Hockey, the best way you can, motivate yourself to support a minor hockey program in your region, novice initiation at the lower levels, because Johnny came through that level and became a superstar. Support minor hockey, male and female, whatever you want to do. Give a donation, volunteer your time. Do it in Johnny's memory because he would want you to... Hockey is life, ladies and gentlemen. It's the lifeblood of Canada. And although he wasn't Canadian, he was an adopted Canadian. The best compliment to an American athlete playing hockey in Canada: we accept you as a Canadian, and when you're gone, you're still part of the family. He was that good. So Johnny Hockey, we're going to miss you, and your brother as well. He was a talent. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish I wasn't giving this bad news today, but it's breaking my heart to do this because this channel is for you, and I always want to give you good news, but we're losing a lot of good people lately, and here it's a tribute site. So if you drop in and listen to this, thank you for listening. But like I said, do something in Johnny's memory. If you've never heard of Johnny before, Johnny Hockey, one of the nicest nicknames in NHL history, other than Mr. Hockey, and we all know who Mr. Hockey is. Imagine to be in the same nickname as Gordie Howe, Mr. Hockey and Johnny Hockey. Tremendous. Have a good one. Rest in peace, Johnny. Bye.